Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel for those who are returning and welcome for those who are new. It's an exciting day. I'm finally filming my Am I Using My Stash third year in a row. Actually, I'm a little bit late. It was supposed to be done at the end of 2025 and the holidays came. Some of my family members got sick and yada yada yada. So here we are now, first week of March. Guess what? The filming must go on. And even with my voice, please excuse it because I do have allergies and I just took my meds. And this is also the third time I'm filming this. So we're gonna get through this, okay? So this is my commonplace brain dump. It is in the B6 Stalogy. The cover is Chic Sparrow Meteorite leather. I absolutely love this leather. I'm gonna have this open on the side while I am discussing my stash, but let me actually get to the spot. Here are my notes for the video. Let me move this and let me show you. This is my stash. Okay, let me organize this so it's not falling all over the place. I said that and then it fell all over the place. Okay. Here's my stash now, and I'm going to put on the screen the other 2 years. Let me just bring up something that's kind of a sore subject, I guess, in the journaling and planning community. People say, oh, I bought this and it didn't work and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to pick out the 2 items that they're not FOMO purchases because I didn't buy them because I felt like I was missing out. But I have been thinking of them for a while. So I figured, after several years of thinking of an item, I might as well go ahead and get it because I do want to use them, but I didn't have anything in mind at the time when I bought them. That's why it's closer to the FOMO that most people understand what FOMO is. These 2 things. This is MD Midori B6 Slim. It's blank sheets. So there's not any grid, there's not any lines. I already know how MD paper works because the Traveler's Notebook paper, the specialty versions, they automatically come with Midori paper. I'm talking about the train station and the Kyoto version that I have, okay? This is not really a FOMO purchase because I love the MD paper. Y'all know that already. It's wonderful for watercolors and it also is good with fountain pen inks. So, and those 2 things I definitely use on a regular basis. I am going to end up using it. One of the things that is kind of a FOMO purchase is because this is the B6 Slim size. Chic Sparrow stopped making the B6 Slim to fit the Midori notebook. I think it's more catered towards Jibun Techo insert in it, and it's loose. So I don't like that kind of fit. Anyway, okay, enough about that one. Now this one, I've been wanting for a really long time, and I can really truly say that this is a FOMO purchase because I have no plan of what I'm going to use this for. I've told y'all before that the paper, and this is in grid. You might not be able to see the grid because of the lighting. Let me get closer a little bit. Okay, I think you can see the grid right here. Back up. What was I saying? I already totally forgot what I just said. I really liked the print. That's mainly why I bought this this notebook. Am I going to use it? Yes, absolutely will. Okay, now I remember what I was going to say earlier when I opened up the pages. Y'all know that I'm not really a big supporter of Tomoe River paper because it's more expensive than most of the paper that I tend to gravitate towards. I'm a big supporter of Moleskine. There's a lot of hate towards Moleskine in the journal or planning space on social media. They really like to say bad things about Moleskine, that it's not really good paper. Whatever paper that you like, I'm not a paper snob. I don't tell my viewers, oh, don't get Tomoe River paper because it's expensive. No, buy what you want. But for me, the reason why I don't buy it is because I am on a budget. As you know, my channel covers budgeting. That's why you don't see a lot of Tomoe River paper on my channel. Now, this one we'll come to this again in a minute, but this one was a gift from my daughter. This is blank. This is the newer version of the Hobonichi plain. They started doing the blank pages instead of grid, which I have that in my art journal. I have the grid plain Hobonichi in the A6. For the most part, if I was ever to have Tomoe River paper on my channel, if you see it in the future, it's not common. Like the Stalogy paper, I think to me it's comparable. I know I may get some hate in the comment section. I don't know. But people are going to say, oh no, it's nothing like it. Now, both of these companies are Japanese companies. Japan is definitely, I would say, bar none, like they do paper well because it's ingrained in their culture. Writing is very important. Inks, just, it's so beautiful, the things that they make in Japan. If you've never been there, I would highly recommend it. I've been there 3 times. I absolutely love every time I'm there. It's just beautiful. The people are beautiful as well. They're very nice and just sincere and just, anyway, enough about that. So to me, as a consumer, and I'm just a standard consumer, I'm not a professional, I think that the Stalogy paper is comparable to Tomoe River paper. It takes inks very well, it takes watercolors very well, mixed media, and it's a lightweight thin paper. All right, so yeah, I mean, this is definitely a FOMO buy. Like, one day, you know, Hobonichi may not have this cover anymore, and I can say that I gave in to the FOMO on this particular one, but I definitely am going to use it. I'm not going to hoard it. I know some people like keep their notebook because they don't want to use it because it's too precious to them. I'm not one of those consumers. I use my stuff. So enough about that. So you know my 2 FOMO purchases. Okay, there's an item that I did experiment with, and I'm going to show that, which is the B6. It's just a standard off-brand notebook that I got at, I can't remember if I got it in Michael's, Joann's. Anyway, I mean, it's a great little notebook. It's got lined pages, but the paper quality isn't that great. It's just, you know, a generic notebook. I was going to use it in my finance book, which is an A5. I was experimenting. I knew that it wasn't going to be a good fit because when I got my finance book, I knew that I needed a really big size. So I write a lot of stuff in my finance book, especially with budgeting. I've got a roster of my savings, my bills, for those kind of things, and I really do need a lot of room. Which brings me to this item right here. I got it from Barnes & Noble. I think I purchased 3 of these. So this ended up being my finance insert. The other is my Jesus journal. I use my Jesus journal daily, and this is also lined. The paper quality on this is, to me, it seems better than this. I really enjoy writing in here, so I have 1 left. When I bought it at Barnes & Noble's, I was thinking, oh, I could probably buy like 6 of them, but I decided, you know what, I'm not. It's just taking up space in my home. Okay, here's my Jesus journal, and I think I've used half of it so far. Okay, definitely going to use that. And then the next is, oh, actually, let me go ahead and cover the A5 size. So this is an A5 size, and this was a gift. I still have not used it. I don't know my plan for this because it's a really pretty book. Don't want to randomly use it. So I don't know what I plan on using this for. That's that. This is the wide size Kaye notebooks, which is one of my ultimate favorite sizes. Y'all know my love for the Kaye wide size from Moleskine. If you've been following me for a while, you already know I have 3 left. I had some lined ones, so that's that. And then along the lines of the wide size, I still have this expanded version from Moleskine. It's such a beautiful bound book. It comes with the little bookmarks there, and it's blank pages. If you want to see more about this notebook and my first impressions, I may link the video about this, but I had every intention of using this book. I work for an organization that, I'm not going to really get into that because this video is not about that, but I preferred using just the thin moleskines and just kind of separating the sections. My intention really was to use this book for that, but when I started separating the sections, it's just I end up using certain sections more than others, and I think that's really why I like these versions. So enough about that. I do plan on using this once I get acclimated to my role. Then I'll know, okay, how many pages am I going to use for a certain section. I can incorporate this. The next size is the standard. I absolutely love this size. I use this size for my reading TN and also for my goals TN. Okay, so the personal size is my favorite size when it comes to my everyday carry, my EDC. These are printed weeklies. I haven't used this, like I didn't use it last year because I was in my rings planner. I still plan on using this because I do love my TNs. That's not going away. All right, so y'all have already seen this, the A6 size. Absolutely love the A6 size. Another a paper penguin. I think this is Tomoe River paper, but yeah. So these are the 3 A6 that I have in my stash. And then I have one pocket insert. I had quite a few in that last video, which was 2024, and now I'm down to one. So this is Moleskine. I haven't been using my pocket EDC. I think there was one video that I said that I hadn't used my pocket EDC for a whole year. I was more in between my personal size and my nano size. That's why I didn't get any more. Okay, so we're getting down to the wire. This is my passport size, and this is Traveler's Company. These are blank sheets. This is like the freebies that normally come with it. I did end up getting some, and this is the original ones that I got when I was in Japan. These are blank inserts, and then this one is Paper Penguin, the printed weeklies. All right, so that's that. And then lastly, we have my nano. I did get a few more nano because I was running out. As I mentioned, I was in my nano and personal size EDCs. So yeah, that is that. So now that we've gone over my notebooks and my stash, so sorry I was shaking the camera. I don't foresee my stash getting any bigger than this. I don't know what it is, but even with my handbags, like I have about 30 handbags. I have about 30 notebooks. I don't know what it is about the number 30. I don't want to get past that point because to me it just seems excessive when it goes beyond that number. So yeah, this is my stash, and as you can see from the prior years, I have been replacing and using, like, because you see some of these are newer, some of these are older, but it has been consistent. I'm actually using my stuff. You know, I've lived the opposite life where I just bought everything that I wanted, and even though if I wasn't using them, I just bought and bought and bought, and I just spent so much money, and I hate feeling that feeling, and I'm now on the other side. So those who have been following me, I know a lot of you have commented that that's kind of the life that you want to live for the future, that you want to be more purposeful and not feeling like you're just on this vicious cycle of buying stuff and you're never satisfied. If the kind of things that I'm sharing resonates with you, please don't forget to hit the sub button. Hit like if you like this kind of content so that people who are looking for this type of content can find it, because it does help my channel. Thanks so much again, and I definitely look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.